What's up, YouTube? Pro Thunder here, bringing you a new video on Titanfall. This is new. This was the first videos I ever put up on this channel. We're back. Titanfall just finally released all the DLC packs for free since the 1-year anniversary of Titanfall. Thank you, Respawn Entertainment, for that. I really wanted to get those map packs, but I've been busy doing other things. I completely missed them. But besides I'm not here to celebrate the 1-year anniversary of Titanfall or the release of the free map packs and stuff. I'm more here to talk about, I'm sure you read the title, serious talk about competitive multiplayer, specifically games that we need to add, I think, and should help it grow. And I think one way to help it grow is we need more people aware of the stuff that goes on in that. Besides that, I mean, like, the history of competitive gaming has been around for so long, but in my opinion, it's definitely picked up in the past few years. Probably right around, I think Call of Duty probably gave it its biggest pickup in amount of viewers and stuff, and I think right now is probably the largest in circuit right now. Dota 2 is huge. I know that. Okay, I'm not gonna take anything away from Dota 2. As a matter of fact, I'm watching that too. Fucking awesome to watch. But I think Call of Duty definitely picked up a lot of viewers and threw them into that. Esports, especially for esports. Esports actually is. I thank you, esports, for definitely making it a bigger thing. MLG is awesome as well, but I'm not here to talk about how awesome it is. I'm more here to talk about the things that we need to change or to add to make it, to definitely make it larger. And one of the things that we definitely need to do is add more games. Adding more games to the circuit, or to it, would be absolutely awesome, and you're gonna pull in a lot more viewers now. Especially, I'd really like to see a Titanfall one or circuit in there. I mean, I know Game Battles has Titanfall, and I think there's some MLG stuff that goes on, but esports doesn't really cover it, you know. And I think if esports covers Titanfall, we're talking about a really big pickup in views and stuff like that. So really like to see that get thrown in there. I'd also like to see this might sound funny, Grand Theft Auto. I think GTA has an ability to be a somewhat competitive multiplayer as well. No custom maps, I don't think, for the team deathmatch if we want to do that. But I mean, the game modes that they have, capture, the deathmatch, the races, I mean, all that stuff sounds pretty damn cool in my opinion. To see that, and it would be a definitely new thing thrown into the circuit for them, and I think a lot of viewers, considering GTA 5, especially best-selling game of all time. I mean, beats every game. Over almost $3 billion in money made so far, and they haven't released a PC version of it. And especially with Heist, I think it'd be a lot of fun to see that. I don't think you could do that competitive because it's team-based, so, but it's still a lot of fun, and definitely like to see that in there. Now, another thing that I like to see in there, I know League of Legends has a competitive circuit, I know, but esports doesn't cover it. And right now, I think esports is the largest in competitive gaming, especially with streaming it and stuff like that, especially to MLG TV. But sorry guys, MLG TV is pretty bad, especially since I keep seeing the ads to the same movie that came out in February. But that's just annoying. That's just me being annoyed by that. But anyway, no, I'd like to see League of Legends definitely pick up more. I know it's big, okay? I know it's big. I've watched the circuit this year. I think it was in London this year, I think. I'm not too sure about that. But something I definitely would love to see pick up in the amount of viewers they get. Another thing that I'd like to see is I think we need more sponsors in this also, rather than just the regular ones that you see in there with your control freaks and scuff controllers and whatever else they get in there. But I think we need actual large companies to definitely turn their heads and start looking at this, because it's growing. Especially competitive gaming is growing so much, and in my opinion so quickly. it's starting to actually be considered a legitimate sport, and the people who play on our competitive are being considered legit athletes. That's completely awesome. I'm so happy to see that happen. Especially since I played Black Ops 2 competitive. I went to MLG Anaheim. We didn't do let's not get into that too much, but we didn't do too good. As you can tell, I ended up getting dropped. Well, actually our team fell apart, but I ended up getting dropped. But besides that, it was a definitely learning experience, being able to play competitive for that small amount that I have, because I live the life of a competitive player, and I'm going to tell you right now, it's not easy. I know when they go to these tournaments and they get done, they're so happy because they have a little bit of time to relax. Because pre-tournaments, oh, there's so much work that goes into it, and especially these teams. Another thing that I think you guys should do, if you really want to understand the competitive gaming, even though this is an old movie and competitive gaming has completely changed with streaming and YouTube being such a huge success, go watch the video or movie, actually, and I think it's called, what was it called? Free to Play, I think is what it is. I think it's called Free to Play, and it's a movie about competitive Dota 2 players, before and after the 1 million. It was 1.6 million dollars on the line on that in that tournament. It was the largest tournament and biggest payout of any circuit ever. So, especially at the time, I don't know if anything's beat it since then. I really should look that up, but I'm not gonna do that right now. But I think it's still the biggest payout to players to do that. But watch that and see what these guys do and what they have to go through, especially being competitive players. It's insane. I was not as unlucky as some of those people in there. I was actually very fortunate on what I was playing on and where I was at the time. And luckily, I was of the age, and I was still with my parents at the time. Not anymore though, but at the time I was still with my parents, so I didn't have the struggle of all this. But I was in high school. That was a bitch and a half, especially with that, because it was the hours that you put into a game, especially as competitive. The hours you put in there practicing. We spent, I think, about 5 hours practicing a day, and that didn't include scrims and tournaments that we would play to get better and constantly getting better. Even though it really didn't pay out in the end for me, but it definitely wasn't time wasted, in my opinion. It was well worth the amount of time that I put in there. 5 hours practicing, sitting in a chair. I mean, I think during that time I did not have a life, because I never had time to do anything, because we were trying to make it into Anaheim at the time. But we were lucky. We picked up major sponsors, and they were going to pay for the trip there and stuff. So it was a lot of fun, I gotta say, doing it as well, because you really get to really know some people when you're playing competitive, and also you get to meet some really cool people playing tournaments. Let's see, what else besides the fact that I think probably the biggest thing that I'd like to see is TitanFall pickup, and that's not because I'm playing TitanFall right now. I just think that it's such a fast-paced game with the Titans and the abilities and the guns. I mean, everything's almost perfect in there. Now I know at release it was missing a bunch of options. The ability not to kick people from your party if someone random joined in. I remember that. You had to ask people to leave. Sometimes they wouldn't leave. You had to like disband the party and get people back in. But now it's complete in my opinion. I don't think there's much more you can add to it. You finally added private lobbies, and the DLCs are a lot of fun. They didn't screw those up. They didn't screw those up. So it was a really a good thing to see. But like I said, I'd really like to see, especially number 1 on my list, Titanfall really pick up into that, and I'd really like to see GTA, just because there's a lot of elements to GTA. I mean, competitive racing. Even though, okay, I understand there's better racing games like Forza and I think PlayStation has one. I can't remember. I think it's Drive Club, which I think was broken this year, like absolute trash. But besides that, graphically beautiful though. But that's what I expect from next-gen consoles, is to everything be really good looking. Unless you're an indie developer, and then I completely understand. But like I said, I you expect so much out of the new consoles, and I do. But besides that, I'm getting off topic here because I'm good at that. We really need to see. I really like to see the competitive pick up and move and evolve, and I'd really like to, instead of seeing it being streamed all the time, I'd really like to start seeing it on television. Now I know that's more expensive. I understand it's more expensive, but it's a lot better. I mean, you have less of the errors, and some people can't even watch the competitive circuit due to their internet. But if it was on television, I mean, hell, I guess put it on. What are the G? I mean, no, not G. I guess Spike. I guess. I'm really not sure. I mean, I think it was a Blizzard. I don't remember what it was. But some of those competitive circuits actually go on television, and you actually have to pay pay-per-view for them, which is kind of bogus in my opinion, considering you can watch on the internet for absolutely free. But I'd really like to see it on television. I mean, I understand I think we're a little far from that due to the. I don't think it's as big enough. We need more people following and watching, instead of having 20,000 people watch, and I don't know how many people that were at the Call of Duty Season 1 Championships. I don't know how many people were there, but I mean, I think there was 20,000 people watching at one point. But I think we need to get to the point where millions of people start watching, and we start seeing this being taken place in actual stadiums rather than other places that don't hold as many people. And we also need more sponsors. I can't stress that enough. More large companies. I understand Red Bull's in there, especially with competitive gaming. Red Bull. There's what is it? Xbox. Xbox is in there. Activision, but that's because it's their game. I mean, I'm sure that Riot Games is in their circuit as well, watching and being there, sponsoring the stuff that's going, or sponsoring the tournament. I'm sure that's there, but there just needs to be more companies. I don't know. Mountain Dew, I'm pretty sure, is a sponsor. I'm not too sure about that, but what do you expect from? I mean, MLG. I mean, that's considered gamer fuel, I guess. Even though I don't drink it very often. I drink soda, but Mountain Dew's expensive. And I don't know exactly the money to go out and buy Mountain Dew, so once again, off topic. But like I said, I'd really like to see, because I think our video's coming to a close here, guys. And I'll probably leave you guys in silence for the last few minutes. But like I said, guys, I'd really like to see our competitive competitive multiplayer pick up more, even in all games. I don't care if FIFA. Every game, I mean, even if 2K, with their basketball, and Madden's a joke, but I guess a lot of people play Madden, and it does have a somewhat competitive in it. I'm not a big fan of sport games, but I'd like to see that thrown in there, and GTA, Titanfall, League of Legends, Dota 2 could probably use a bigger fan base, so you guys need to go watch that. But yeah, I think I've said everything that's on my mind at the moment. I love watching competitive gaming. I loved playing in competitive gaming. If you guys are on a team and you guys are trying to go into any competitive circuit whatsoever, stay on it. Go, because you don't know what could happen. For me, it didn't work out, but it can be different for you. If you can make it to the tournaments, they're so much fun when you're there, because there's all these people, and people are talking to you, trying to find out, more about your team, and I had a blast being there. But besides that, I guess again, I think this is time to end the video, guys. Thank you guys for watching. If you have opinions about the video, or anything that I talked about in the video, please comment. tell me, because I'd like to see a discussion here. This is serious talk time. I will respond to your comments if you leave any. It would be very nice if you did. I will respond to your comments and all your stuff. So, like I said, guys, we'll see you. I'll see you later on the next video that I upload. Hopefully that'll be second part of GTA Heist, considering first part was broken, and I'm sure if you watched it, you understand everything. But guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you later on the internet. Peace.